Hi everyone, this is Lori from Get Crafty with Lori. Today I have a layout and process video to share with you using the change of scenery paper from Close to My Heart. This layout holds 17 photos altogether. I have flip-flaps in the 3x4 size that hold 3 photos. I also have them in the 4x6 size here that hold 3 photos. I also have these 3x4 memory protectors that hold 8 photos. Stay tuned and I will show you how to put it together. This is the layout that I'm going to be working on, but I'm going to modify it. The instructions for this can be found on my website under the Change of Season promotional special. This will be the second layout for my girls' trip to the Oregon coast. If you didn't see my first layout, please check it out. It's right before this one. And let me show you my pictures. Here we are. We were set up in the living room. There were actually 6 of us here. So here's 2 of us here, 2 of us here. There was a table here, and then there was a kitchen table where we had another person scrapping. We were by the windows and the ocean was right behind us, and it was just amazing. It was storming, the rain would come down, and it was just so cozy being in this beach house and doing what we love. So here's 4 of us here scrapbooking. And then in the evening, we got together and played games, and here we are playing a new card game for me called, I think it was called Up and Down, but it was really a lot of fun. This room here was amazing. This is where I stayed. My friend Lucy slept in this wonderful little bed overlooking the ocean here, and I got the king-size bed, but this was just so beautiful, and I loved it. I have another one here of me laying on that bed. I just love that view, and the stamp set that came with it has this view, and I have so many pictures of this view. I just love it. Here's a picture of me set up at my table, and this is what I'm going to do with these photos. So this called for a 4x4, so I'm going to put this up here, and then the one with all of us together, I'm going to put that right below it. Here's one of our friends. I didn't get a face picture of her, but I did get this cute picture. Her little blanket says, "This is my happy place," and that was just perfect for this trip. So I'm going to put that right here where the 4x6 goes. And then the photo, let's see, of us where we were playing games. Here it is. That's going to go down here like this, and then where there's this title here due, that's an empty space. So I'm going to go ahead and either put this picture of me up there or this view. I just love it because you can actually see the ocean better. I might just put this somewhere else. I've gone ahead and cut the pieces for my layout. The dimensions on these papers for these 2 green, I have the left side here, and this is 7x3, and on the right it is 7x10. And these 2 pieces, this is the left side and this is the right side. The left side is 10x8 and the right is 10x1. I'm using intense black ink and a foam blending tool. I'm just going to go around the edges lightly just to give it a little definition. So I'm doing the same to all my pieces. These 2 little pieces here are to be torn, and the way to do it is I like to hold the paper between my 2 thumbs and pull down like that as you're going. just hold this firm and take this thumb, and as this is coming down, this thumb is following along. See how that works? And just push this back as you go. Okay, that is done. I'm ready to adhere my pieces down to the page. These two pieces here go 1 inch up from the bottom, and these two pieces go 2.5 inches up from the bottom. On this layout, they cut a banner, a long banner. You can see it. It's dovetail. It's kind of hard to see here in the white, but it is cut at 2 by 12. And I am going to use this really awesome postage stamp paper for that banner. It'll be so pretty. I went ahead and cut it at 2 3/4 across because I wanted to be able to see the 2 full rows of stamps. If I had done it at 2, I would have ended up cutting down this one. So I liked it that way. So now I'm going to go ahead and dovetail these ends. And this is what I do when I dovetail. I fold the two corners together, and once those are matched up, then you take your scissors and you cut at an angle towards the center. And there's your dovetail, just like that. And so now you can turn it around and do the same on the other side. So just match up the 2 corners. And then from the corner, you just cut right up to the center. And there you go. You've got 2 dovetailed ends. And I'm going to go ahead and sponge the edges of this piece as well in the intense black ink. This piece goes 4 1/4 inches in from the left edge. I've used my close to my heart ruler. As you can see, it's longer than the 12 by 12 page, and it makes it very easy to line up. I have 5 photos here and 1 piece of black cardstock to mat them on. So I'm going to have to trim my photos to be just a little bit shorter, so that way I can leave like an 1/8 of an inch border around each picture. I've lined all 3 of those pictures up now, and I've glued them down, and now I am going to cut them all. And this worked out really nice. So there are those 3 pictures. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these. I really like this Fisker's paper trimmer. It just does so good with precise cutting. I've been trying to use the Tim Holtz Guillotine. Is that what it's called? I'm getting it wrong, the right word, but it has the big thing that pulls down, and I just have the hardest time getting precise cuts with that. But with this, it works so nice. I tried so many paper trimmers, and I just keep coming back to this one. I was playing with my layout off camera, and I decided that I needed another banner piece on this page to match this one. So I went ahead and cut that out. And also, the photo that I had here before was a 4 by 6, and it was pretty large. And I was playing around. I really like this piece here that says, "Loving This." I went ahead and backed that in some black cardstock. And I had some pieces of this here from the trim that went on the other page. And I just started playing with it, and I glued the word view on top of it because I love this view, and that's what I was talking about. So I thought I would put that there and then put a little arrow over it pointing to the view that I loved. And that way this little picture would fit nicely under there. And then over on this page here, I brought that same piece over here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my title up here at the top that's going to say Scrapping by the Sea 2023. And then I'm going to use this whole piece to do my journaling. That picture, and I love this one too. And so what I've decided to do is I'm going to put this in a flip flap, and I'm going to lay it down like that, and I will cut a slit in my page protector, and then this will just flip up like that, and you'll be able to see the other photo down below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this picture up, and I have the sticky part here facing down like that, and I'm going to line my picture up right behind it the way I want it to go down. And when it's down like that, I am going to position it, and then I'm going to stick it right down on the page like that. And then when you flip it open, you have the two pictures. So I'm not done on this side yet, but on this side here, I put that little piece down here, and I have my pictures, and I really like these little trees. And so I'm going to go ahead and put the little trees down like that. I think I'll lay one down, and then I'm going to put just a little bit of foam tape, not on the bottom, but up on the top so that it's kind of popped up. And then I'm going to put this little sticker right over here like that. I'm going to tuck it behind this picture just a little bit like that. And then that's going to go down like that. And see, it's raised up, but just up on top. And then this little sticker here, I'm going to put this down here like that. And now that's popped up. Okay, so now I'm going to work on this side here. That snoring you just heard was my dog. That wasn't my husband. That was my dog. He likes to lay here at my feet. I went ahead and put my photo in the memory protector since I really liked this one a lot, but I also liked the other. It is right behind it like that. And then I have another picture that I really liked too. Now my friend Erica, who you saw the backside of, I did find another picture of her. It so happened that what we did is we put all our photos into Google Photos, and I was able to pull that one up, and then another one of our friends singing her happy birthday because it was her birthday. And over on this page, for my title, I found that we had this that we wrote in the beach, Scrapping by the Sea. And I put these little hearts up here. I've got to glue the arrow down. And now for all those extra pictures I have of the girls, I have them here in these memory protectors here. These are flip-flaps, and these are memory protectors. So I've got all the girls in here that were on this trip. There were 6 of us, so here they are. And then when you flip it over, I've got some fun pictures of us here. One of the ladies got us all cute little wine glasses, and she picked them all out specifically for us. And here we are. We made a delicious charcuterie board, and 3 of the girls, and here we are when we were taking off. I want to do some stamping on my layout up in this spot here, and I have put the little foam mat that comes with the stamp set underneath it here. And I'm using the trees that came on the stamp set because I have trees over here on this layout. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up in the pine ink. Make sure that I get that inked up really well, and I'm going to look at it. And as you can see here, I have some ink on the block, and we want to make sure we get that off because that will transfer to the page. And I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down. The image is just a little bit bigger than my page, but that's okay. It's still going to look great. So I'm just going to hold it down just firmly. I'm not going to squash it, but I'm just going to set it on here and let the ink absorb into the paper. So now I should be able to lift it up and have a good image. There we go. That looks really pretty up there. There are some other images on this stamp set that I'm liking too. This says slowing down has its perks, and I'm thinking that might look nice down here. Or what else would fit in that spot? Some views are worth every step. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put down some views are worth every step. And I went ahead and tested it on a piece of scrap paper before I attempt to put it on my layout. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up really good. Then I'm going to check the sides and make sure that I don't have any ink on here. I don't want any ink to be on the edges of this block. So now that looks pretty good. Just maybe one more. So now I'm going to go ahead and let's see, I'm going to put it right about there. And I'm going to hold it down right in the middle. We don't want to rock our stamps or hold them out to the sides because you want the pressure to be where the stamped image is, right on top of it. That's where it's going to go. And we're just going to let it soak into the paper just like this here. Okay, that should be good. And there we go. I have my stamped image on that page. And I like the way that looks. I decided to go with the stamp that says slowing down has its perks. But I stamped it on this piece of paper and now I'm going to cut it out. And the reason I did that is because when I was practicing with my stamp, I had some that came out like that. And I just found that I had to rub my stamp. You can do it, you know, like with your hand here. This is what I do. I just got green ink on myself. But you want to rub it so that way it is seasoned. And so on my third time when I did it, it came out like that. So now I'm just going to go ahead and leave this and fussy cut it with my scissors here. So sometimes if you're not sure if something's going to work right on your page, you're best off stamping it on another piece of paper and then putting it down. If it hadn't stamped right on my page, if I went ahead and put it down and it came out like that, what I would have done the next time is go ahead and do one like this and then just glue it right on top. So there are ways to fix mistakes, so don't fret if that should happen to you. And here is the finished layout. For my journaling, I placed that on vellum paper and added some little sprigs here to cover up the tape that I have holding this on. And on this layout, I have this cute little embellishment cluster title that I put together. I have three 3x4 photos in these little flip flaps. Over here I have 3 4x6 photos in flip flaps. And then on top of that, I have the memory protector here that holds 8 3x4 photos. So all together I've got what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 photos on one layout set here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. It really helps me out. Thank you and have a great day.